Hey, what is going on, you guys? Welcome to Drive 2. My name's Rad. I forgot my microphone. Hey, what is going on, you guys? Welcome to Drive 2. My name's Randy, and today I want to give you guys an idea of my thought process behind how I decide what characters to draw for tutorials. I'm making this video because I get a ton of tutorial requests, and I find that I've been saying the exact same thing over and over and over again. In the description of pretty much all of my YouTube videos, I have a guideline for what makes really good tutorial requests. And so this video is pretty much like a video version of that so that I can elaborate on it a little bit more. And like I said before, I make a note of all of the drawing requests that I get in this channel, but some requests are just better than others. And here today, I'm going to explain to you what makes a good drawing tutorial request. So if you guys do want to know which drawing requests I jot down in this folder right here, which is where I put all of the requests that I get in my channel, then consider my criteria, and here they are. Now, in order for it to be a really good drawing request, it has to answer yes to these following criteria that I have. Number one, is it a popular mainstream character? Now that usually means that people who don't follow like the comic book or TV show or video game that character is from, they know exactly who that character is. For example, Spider-Man, everybody knows who Spider-Man is, everybody knows who Superman is, and everybody knows, by now, everybody knows who Captain America is. So those are really popular, really mainstream characters. But not all characters are mainstream at the same time. For now, for example, Captain America was more of a last year thing because of the movie, but now Captain America isn't as popular, so you gotta consider that. Think of characters with movies or video games or TV shows that are just released, or characters that have movies that are going to be released in the near future. Now, I say near because you gotta think like a salesperson with all these things. For example, when is the best time to sell Christmas trees? You're not going to be selling a lot of Christmas trees in January, so the best time to sell Christmas trees would be closer to December, right? And when is the best time to sell school supplies, or when is the time that you will sell the most school supplies? That'll probably be around the time that all the kids go back to school. Now, as a YouTuber, if you want to grow, you got to think like that. So for example, if it's a character that is in a movie, you got to wait until that movie is coming up real soon. Otherwise, it's not that popular just yet. So the best time to release a tutorial for a character would be when everybody is talking about it. So at the time that I'm making this video, Justice League hasn't been released yet. It's going to be released in November. So when is the best time to give you a tutorial on Flash from Justice League? Well, right now it's not going to be as popular, but the closer we get to the movie, it's going to be more popular. More people are going to be searching for it, and that way it'll show up better on YouTube. If I release a Justice League Flash tutorial too early, it's just going to be buried underneath all the other videos that I'm going to create, so much so that when the movie comes out, like my Flash video isn't even going to be on the front page of my YouTube channel. And that's kind of what you want, is that you want people to be exposed to your stuff at the prime time. That is the prime time to do it. So if I release a Justice League Flash tutorial around the time before it gets released, then I'm riding the wave of popularity that movie is creating, and it'll give me more exposure. More people are going to search for it, and more people will come across my video. Here's another example. I'm not going to be doing a Michael Myers tutorial in January because Michael Myers is more of a Halloween character. So think of it like this. Santa Claus is not popular in July. He is popular in December. So Michael Myers is popular in Halloween, so it makes no sense for me to do a tutorial on Michael Myers in January because there's not enough interest and not a lot of people are going to be searching for Michael Myers. And oh yeah, just because a movie or a TV show is popular doesn't mean that every single character in that movie or TV show is going to be popular. Some characters are just going to be more popular than others. So I gave you guys the example of my how to draw Doctor Strange versus my how to draw Carl Mordo. There just isn't that many people searching for how to draw Carl Mordo. Even though they came from the same movie and it was popular at the time, more people were searching for Doctor Strange and not enough on Carl Mordo for me to really move on to other minor characters in that movie like Caecilius or the Ancient One. I felt like they're probably going to perform just the same as Carl Mordo. So number two, is it a popular YouTube search topic? So this is where I use a plugin that I pay for, which is a keyword search tool. And essentially what it does is it tells me what people are typing up on YouTube and what is popular, what is trending. I also use Google Trends to see what characters are popular. And I also look for trending topics on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. So again, I use a keyword tool to find out what people are searching for on YouTube and on Google so that I know what characters are popular and I know what TV shows are popular so that I can do tutorials on those characters. Number 3, is it easy to do a tutorial on? You guys notice that I haven't done any tutorials of, how to draw Cristiano Ronaldo or how to draw Benedict Cumberbatch. Those are portraits, and portraits are a lot more difficult to do tutorials on because you are trying to create a likeness of a real person. Their physical characteristics, the way that their face is shaped, the way that their ears are on their face, the eyes, the nose, and everything. So that is a little bit more difficult than, say, how to draw a certain comic book character, because comic characters can look different because you'll know a comic book character based on the costume. So yes, portraits of actors or famous people, I probably won't be doing any of those tutorials anytime soon anyway, but characters that they play on TV, in video games or movies, I'll do tutorials on those. And you guys may have noticed that I do more tutorials on costume superheroes, more so than anything, because those guys are easy to recognize. If I do tutorials on them, you'll know exactly who they are. And there are some characters that are a little bit more challenging to do because they don't have a traditional superhero costume, for example. A good example of this is Walking Dead characters. There are some characters that are very distinct and they have a distinct style, Negan, for example. But for characters like Carl or Glenn, they just don't have a very distinct costume. Characters like Negan, I can probably do a tutorial on Negan because he's got a distinctive leather jacket and a bat. I could probably do one on Daryl because he's got the crossbow, and I could probably do one on Rick Grimes too because he does have that distinct sheriff costume from the first couple seasons anyway. But yes, you kind of do need to consider the costume that they're wearing so that they are easily recognizable. Next, does it fit the theme or format of my YouTube channel? The thing with being a successful YouTuber is you gotta be very specific with the content that you lay out there because people are going to be expecting a certain kind of thing coming from you. So, people don't come to my channel for comedy skits or for music videos or to tutorials on how to cook food because that is not something that they expect from this channel. Like I say at the end of my videos, I show you how to draw your favorite characters in easy to follow, simple step-by-step instructions. And even that has a little bit of a caveat because I don't draw every single character that's out there because some characters are just not meant for my channel. I'm not going to start doing tutorials on how to draw Shopkins or how to draw My Little Pony because that's just not the content that I've been creating on this channel. Not yet anyway. Number 5, I haven't done a tutorial of that character already on my channel. My goal for this channel is to have a wide variety of characters from different TV shows, video games, movies, or comic books. And since there are too many characters, like millions of characters out there, I do try not to draw the same character twice. I will do them from time to time just to update my old videos, but chances are if I've done Iron Man Mark III, I'm probably not going to do Iron Man Mark IV. Yes, occasionally I do break this rule if a character is popular enough, but for the most part I do want to do other characters that are out there. And finally, is there a good reference photo of that character? Like I said in my Savitar tutorial, Savitar was difficult because there weren't reference photos that I could use. And in order for me to give you guys a really good drawing tutorial, I need to know the ins and outs of how the costume is laid out and how everything is laid out on the face and things like that. So I print out a lot of reference photos from the internet so that I know exactly from every angle what the costume looks like. So if there's not a good reference photo of that character, I probably won't be doing any tutorials on it anytime soon. And I think that's all for now, all the ideas that I have in my head on the criteria that I have to select good drawing tutorials. I know it's very specific and there's a lot to consider when it comes to doing tutorials because there are millions of characters out there and I'm just one person that's shelling out, 2 tutorials a week or so. I can't tackle all of them at once, so I try to pick the best ones that'll help me to grow my channel and to help my viewers. Since I get a ton of tutorial requests every day, I ask you guys to be very patient with me. And yes, please understand that I break the rules sometimes, but when I do, there's usually a good reason for why I break these rules. They're not really rules, they're more like guidelines. A couple of things though that I noticed that some people do that can get pretty annoying. Number 1, don't be spammy with your drawing requests. There's some people who just post the same thing and they go to a different video of mine, they post the same thing, and they go to another video and they post the exact same thing. And they'll go through 10 of my YouTube videos posting the exact same thing. That's being spammy. Another thing, don't be entitled or rude about your drawing requests. I've gotten emails and comments from people demanding tutorials from me and they're acting like I owe them something. But as a YouTuber, I don't owe any of my viewers anything. Please keep in mind that I'm offering a service for you guys free of charge. I'm not charging you for these tutorials, and I put a lot of hard work and a lot of heart into the videos that I make. So please consider that and don't be rude and demanding because it just takes away from my experience as a YouTuber, and that's the kind of stuff that discourages people from wanting to do what they're doing. And one more thing, don't hit the thumbs down button on a video if it's for a character that you are not a fan of. Now let me give you guys an example. If you guys are not a fan of Star Wars, that doesn't mean that you go to my YouTube videos and you hit the thumbs down button on my Star Wars tutorials, because I'm not making videos just for your interests. I'm making it for a wide variety of interests. So if Star Wars isn't your thing, just don't watch the video and move on to my other tutorials of non-Star Wars things, whatever you're interested in. But don't go and hitting that thumbs down button just because it's a character that you didn't request or because it's a character from a TV show that you don't like. It just makes no sense. Like, I'm not a fan of the YouTube prank videos, but I don't go to those videos and hitting the thumbs down button. I just don't watch them. So that's kind of how it works here. I don't mind if you guys give it a thumbs down for other reasons, but don't give it a thumbs down just because you don't like the character that I've done a tutorial on. And so what I request from you guys is to be patient and to be understanding, because there are it takes a lot to run a YouTube channel, and it takes a lot to grow a YouTube channel. So I'm trying to do all the right things, and I'm trying to be very strategic so that I can grow my channel, so that I can serve more people, so that I can give you guys better content. So that's it, you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you guys have any comments or questions about the stuff that I talk about, just jot them down in the comments below. If you guys have done some of my tutorials lately, please head on over to the Google Plus community and post your artwork there for all of us to enjoy. If you guys are curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have links to those in the description below. If you guys are feeling like being extra awesome, I also have a donate button that is now on my channel, and I also have links to merchandise in the descriptions. If this is your first time here, I would love to have you guys subscribe. Here in this channel, I show you how to draw your favorite characters in easy to follow, simple step-by-step instructions. So if you guys do like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button below this video. Don't forget, you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and on my website, drawit2.com, where you can download a whole bunch of coloring pages for my tutorials. It's all free, so please head on over there and download as much as you want. Again, the links are in the description below. Finally, thank you once again, and as always, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw it too. I'll see you guys in my next video. Their physical characteristics. This folder right here, which is a huge. I took the wrong folder. You can download a whole bunch of tutorial color, but thank you once again, and as always, thank you. Oh my gosh.